Just dining, even shying a pagati, even Kaitemba Nangitsasa Sekas. When I would like you back, I would like you back, pushing the bites and now your end. I sling is on, it's playing it on, it's pushing everybody like me, quitting on 11.
To all the crooks, I was shy and macro inputs. Saying you're not about cooling the be and loose. Every culture, your selection is part of your roots. But teaching us about the Kulu and
Yo, this is Tony the Don. What up, bitches? This is the Takeover, bitches. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. Please do like, please do subscribe, please do comment on the comment section below. It really does help the channel in terms of what we're trying to do and getting our videos out and getting them out to a wider audience. This is gonna be on a somber note, man. Like I want to talk about Loxion Kulca. Loxion Kulca, a streetwear company, clothing company, or apparel company that was launched in SA in 1997. Was launched by three entrepreneurs, which was Seshaba Mohale, Brian Abrahams, and Wandi Zimande. And of course, I'm sure you guys have realized from the news, I'm actually doing this on the back of the death of Wandi Zimande, sadly, passed on last week, and condolences to the family and to the friends and all the strength you guys got after you guys. So what I wanted to talk about was actually the impact of Loxion Kulca in terms of hip-hop. I think we're a YouTube channel that is about hip-hop. So what was the impact of Loxion Kulca? And I think it was actually a big impact, which is going to be long-lasting in terms of what is happening in our culture. So basically, like I said, Loxion Kulca was an urban streetwear which was started in 1997 by the three gentlemen, and it started off selling bucket hats. That was their first item that was on sale, and in the late 90s and early 2000s, it was actually one of the dominant apparel clothing or apparel wear companies out in the streets, out for the youth, because it was youth orientated. So what you started seeing was that artists like Abu Amu, if you guys remember Amu, one of the dopest producers and artists that we've ever had in terms of SA hip hop, one of the OGs. It was also started being worn by Mischief, dope lyricist back in the days. Again, one of the OGs of the game. Also, Squatter Camp was starting to rock the apparel. Double HP at a later stage, as well as Pro Kid. So, but the first time they actually started dressing or sponsoring an artist or an act, if you want to call it that, was actually David Cow. All right. And what they did is that they were dressing David Cow when he was going, because David Cow was actually one of the preeminent top comedic acts that we had in the country. And when he was going to his gigs and performing all over the place, they'll dress him in Loxion Kulca apparel, and he was known, and it became synonymous with the brand. Later on, when David Cow started working with Fat Joe also started wearing Loxion Kulca, especially when he was doing back in the day when he was doing his show, which was the Fat Joe Show, which was on SABC 1, one of the top shows, comedic shows that we had in the country. So after that, what they did, because at this time they were actually going head to head with Converse and other major labels which were out there. All right, they started working with Jabba. So basically, what Uwandi was, he started working with Jabba on his the artwork for Jeba's album, which was Omang. And if you guys do realize that the photo of Omang, or the cover of Omang, that's sort of like cartoon-like face of Jeba, was actually taken or uplifted from that album cover and was actually put on the t-shirt, the famous Jeba t-shirt where he's wearing a cap backwards and he's sort of looking to the side. That picture actually comes from his album cover, which was Oman. So from there, this became, of course, one of the famous t-shirts, especially in the hip hop, and very easily identifiable, within the hip hop community as well as the music community. In 2007, they actually started addressing ProKid and actually did a collab and actually brought out a sneaker for ProKid, which was called Pro Ink. Of course, this was the first time it was actually done in SA where an act or a musician or a rapper in this instance actually had their own shoe, that was made for them and actually had their name as part of the shoe. It wasn't just only an endorsement anymore; it was actually a partnership. So when you guys think of AKA, where AKA did his collaboration with Reebok, and he put out his sneakers, I think on one shoe you had AKA and the other shoe you had Mega. This is where it started. Where you guys think of what Nada Nakai did with Red Bat, where they're giving her own clothing line. Loxion Kulca was actually at the forefront of that. They actually did it before and actually inspired other artists to actually look at it and inspired other brands to actually look at the hip-hop culture as not only just these guys who are rapping, but actually can be partnership with them and actually make the brand bigger, expose the brand to their fans and make their brand bigger. So it's a win-win situation for all the brands. So I just wanted to take out some time, man, to talk about Loxion Kulca. And of course, I didn't know any of the guys that started the company, especially one Zimanda. I know that he became a DJ. His DJ name was DJ 1D, and he was also in the technical space within Kaya FM or something like that. So I don't really want to talk about him because I don't really know about him, but what I went through when I was growing up, when seeing the growth of Loxion Kulca and seeing how it was integrating within the hip-hop space and how hip-hop guys were actually embracing it, I really thought, let's talk about the impact, and it had huge impact. Some of the first that you see, or some of the stuff that you see with the artists that they're doing now, the collaborations and everything like that, Loxion Kulca was at the forefront. They were some of the first that actually put ideas and actually showed, industry players that, artists in SA can actually sell merchandise, not only just being an ambassador, but also being in a partnership with them. So I want to salute, man, Loxion Kulca. And I know before I saw an interview where Wandi was talking about that before WHP died, they had actually had a conversation because WHP was a little bit, jealous in a fun way, of course, when they did attack you for ProKid and he actually wanted his own. So I know that he had given his thought that, a commitment that he was actually going to do that. I hope that idea doesn't die with him. I hope, because the company is still around, there's other people that he had other partners at the time of his death, timely death last week. So I hope that idea doesn't die. I hope that it grows and the company, for his legacy and what these guys actually did and the impact that Loxion Kulca had in SA hip hop, pushing it forward and putting it on our screens. I hope that it doesn't go away and the company grows from strength to strength, and also we actually get a WHP sneaker. That would be so dope. So basically that's gonna be about it on Loxion Kulca, and I hope that like I said, I hope does grow from strength to strength. And again, condolences to the family, and all the best to the company, and all the best to the workers that are there. And hope you guys are consoled, and that you guys can get better and become stronger in the situation. That's it from the Takeover. Thank you. Please do like, please do subscribe, and please do comment on the comments below. It really does help the channel grow the channel, and actually expose the channel to other people for growth. So cheers.